Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, and this has to be the weirdest year in the long history of the Call of Duty franchise. So, for the first time, we have what is essentially two new Call of Duty games, both of which are being consistently updated, and both of which are directly competing with each other for your playtime and for your money via microtransactions, right? One game is designed to appease fans of the new style of Call of Duty that's kind of been adapted over the past couple of years with, of course, Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare, and now Infinite Warfare, whereas the other game is just a recreation of what a lot of fans consider to be the best old-school Call of Duty game in the entire series. The result of releasing both of these games in the same year has been incredibly interesting for me to watch over the course of the past couple of months they've actually been out. You have what is essentially a line in the sand, right? Kind of just like dividing the Call of Duty community. You have these people who are only interested in Infinite Warfare, and they pay absolutely no mind, no attention whatsoever to Modern Warfare Remastered. And then you have other people on the other side of the sand line there who only care about Modern Warfare Remastered, and they don't play Infinite Warfare at all. As a result of this, we have these little tiny communities building up around each game. There are YouTube channels that only focus on one game while completely ignoring the other game, almost as if it doesn't exist. You have these people who have, over the past however many years, for me it's been like 5 years, who have built their audience around Call of Duty, basically saying, nah, I don't like that other game. I only play this game. I don't care about that other Call of Duty game, right? And this is like giving rise to smaller YouTubers who actually have a chance to grow for the first time in a while. I think people have been looking at the Call of Duty community for a very long time and thinking it's a very difficult space to grow in because it's so oversaturated. Well, for the first time, I think it's easier for smaller channels to grow because, just to use small numbers as an example here, instead of having 100 Call of Duty channels, we now have 50 Infinite Warfare channels and 50 Modern Warfare Remastered channels, right? And this allows newer or smaller channels to throw their hat into the ring and get noticed, because instead of competing with 100 other COD channels, they're now only competing with, 50 Infinite Warfare channels, if that's what they want to focus on, or they're competing with 50 Modern Warfare Remastered channels, or what have you, right? It's such a weird year, especially from my perspective, because if you guys know anything about like my backstory with Call of Duty, I've been playing this series since Call of Duty 4 in 2007. So I've been playing the franchise for about a decade now, right? Give or take. And I have no interest in the newest Call of Duty game. For the first time in 10 years, I have no idea what's happening with the newest Call of Duty game because I've paid zero attention to it. I think I'm level 17 in Infinite Warfare. Like, I've barely touched the game at all. There's been several double XP weekends. Haven't even bothered to play the game. I've spent all my time playing Modern Warfare Remastered. The past decade, I've always kind of had, like, my finger on the pulse of the Call of Duty scene, and to be fair, I still have that for Modern Warfare Remastered, but I don't have that for Infinite Warfare. Like, it just comes down to apathy, honestly. Like, I'm not interested in the weapons of the game, the maps of the game, the movement, the setting. Like, none of it interests me, and I think a big part of that apathy actually comes from the fact that I actually have an alternative means of sating my desire to play Call of Duty, because I love the COD franchise. I want to play it every single year, but for the first time ever, we have two Call of Duty games, and I was able to pick the one that I prefer over the other one, right? It's such a weird situation, and we've never seen this happen before, right? I mean, Infinite Warfare is being consistently updated, and I have no idea what's happening. I have no clue. Like, I was reading, apparently there's a faction that's apparently coming to the game soon. It's been leaked, and I can't even name the first 3 factions in that game. Well, I probably could. The Orion Initiative and the JTF Wolverines, those are the ones in the beta, right? I can even name some beta maps, I think, and of course some guns and stuff like that. But for the most part, like, I don't know much about Infinite Warfare. And what's weird is there are millions of other people out there just like me. Right? There's also millions of other people out there who only care about Infinite Warfare, right? And they don't care at all about what's happening in Modern Warfare Remastered. They don't care that Modern Warfare Remastered now has microtransactions. They don't care that the Variety map pack is showing up in game files and is probably going to be coming to the game soon. They don't care that the Kamchatka 12 full auto shotgun is on its way, along with the Modern Warfare 2 FAL, which is going to be called the XMLAR. They don't care all that stuff is on the way. They're not paying attention, right? They're playing Infinite Warfare. That's all they care about. And I'm not here to say that one game is better than the other, right? I'm not here to persuade you. I think most people watching my channel are here because they like Modern Warfare Remastered, but I'm not here to say Infinite Warfare is a bad game. I'm just saying it's not my game. And it's so odd that for the first time in 10 years, I'm not interested in the newest Call of Duty game. And it's partly due because there's another Call of Duty game for me to play instead. It's not like I've completely banned the franchise as a whole, but I'm not interested in the new game. I don't know what's happening. And there's millions of other people out there, I'm sure, who are in the same boat as me. I think it's definitely safe to say that the Call of Duty community has been fragmented, right? And even though there are some people out there, and I'm sure some people watching this video, who play both Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, I think they make up a small percentage. I think a lot of people kind of like just pick one that they like more. They focus all their time and attention because let's face it, if you want to, well, I guess for a lot of people this is the case. If you want to really get enjoyment out of Call of Duty, you focus on a lot, right? You get to a high prestige, you start unlocking your gold camo, start working on your exclusion zone camo or whatever camo Infinite Warfare has. Again, I don't know. I think there's one like a Dark Matter style camo, but I forget the name of it for Infinite Warfare. Maybe you're starting to work on that. You're trying to prestige. You're trying to unlock weapon variants and stuff like that. Like it's better as a whole, and you probably get more enjoyment, or at least I do, out of just focusing on one game. So it's weird that we fragmented the community, and I have to wonder, how is that going to affect the remaining life cycle of Infinite Warfare, the remaining life cycle of Modern Warfare Remastered, and how will this ultimately affect the Call of Duty franchise going forward, right? I wonder if next year with COD 2017, with Sledgehammer's new game, I wonder if there is even going to be like a fragment in the community. Like, let's say, for example, there's no remastered game. Is everybody just going to like leave Modern Warfare Remastered, just leave Infinite Warfare, and just go start playing the new Sledgehammer game as if we were never fragmented to begin with? Or are we going to be always fragmented? Is there always going to be a large player base now who stays on Modern Warfare Remastered or stays on Infinite Warfare? Or what's going to happen? I mean, we have really no idea. I'm so interested to see how this plays out. Now, obviously, we're a long ways away from learning how it's going to play out because we're only a couple months into the respective life cycles of both of these games. But I wonder, is it going to work out in the long run for Activision? They've split up their player base. There's no mistake on that. I mean, they've definitely fragmented their community. I wonder if they're going to make more money as a result of this because they have supply drops and stuff like that on both games. Or are they going to see the same amount of money just divided 50-50 between the two games? Or are they going to make less money because people aren't as interested because they're kind of going back and forth between two games and it's hard to be invested in the two games at once, whereas before they could just sink their teeth and invest all their time into one game. I wonder how it's going to play out. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude my little speech here about how odd this freaking year is. It is so weird, what is happening to the Call of Duty community this year. It's unlike anything we've ever seen in the long history of the franchise, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Drop me a rating, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.